What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite front seat narrator, Rob the Joke. Not joke as in haha, but joke as in jack of all conversations. And in this conversation, I have several things I want to go across. I hope I can remember everything. I did not make a note. I've been thinking about this stuff since last night. All right. First, to begin, all right. Uh, the Super Bowl, I was entertained. Let's all take it back to what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be entertainment. I was thoroughly entertained. I'm sure there are millions other like me. We were thoroughly entertained. All right. From the football game to the pregame festivities, the commercials wasn't as fire as they've been in the past. I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago, the commercials were at their peak. We're still slowly starting to see the commercials get dumbed down and be less entertaining, less creative. But I mean, some of them were good, and I got to see some movie trailers that I haven't looked up on YouTube yet. So that Thunderbolts, man, I'm a Marvel guy, so that Thunderbolts, man, I want to see that. And I hadn't seen that trailer. I'd seen the one of the other trailers several months back, but I hadn't seen that trailer. And that Thunderbolt's gonna be nice. All right. Uh, from the pregame festivities to the actual football game. Now, a lot of people wanted an actual game, but Kansas City been getting by all year, so I knew that was a possibility. Philly has a defense. At the end of the day, if you got a defense and you got 2 or 3 stars on the offense that can make a few plays, you got a chance to do something like that. And that's what happened, a blowout. Kansas City tried to make it respectable, but it was not a game. And I enjoyed that. I told y'all in my previous video, I live in Dallas Cowboy / Kansas City Chief country. Oklahoma don't have a professional football team, so our professional football team is the Oklahoma Sooners. And I ain't saying the other teams. It's OU, period. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Super Bowl, I liked it because I predicted Philly to win, expected Philly to win, and got to see Philly win. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm cool with that. The halftime show I thought was very culturally creative and entertaining. Now, going back to that word, entertaining. That's all this is supposed to be. Now, there are hundreds of millions of people who watched that Super Bowl that wasn't entertained. And they wasn't entertained because it wasn't a game, and they wasn't entertained because of the halftime show. All right. Now, here is my statement. All right, for this video. This is my statement for this video. Super Bowl 59 was black excellence at its highest. All right. We had all kind of parts of our culture that got shared during Super Bowl 59. All right. From John Baptiste singing the national anthem to, of course, Kendrick and SZA's performances during the halftime show. Jalen Hurts, black quarterback, won the Super Bowl. Josh Sweat, every time he got sacked, he wiped the sweat off his helmet. That's a dope little, that's a mantra, motto, whatever. That was dope. We had offensive black excellence and defensive black excellence in the sport of football. All right. I mean, just so many things from Trombone Shorty and just all the different stuff that I saw over the entire weekend for the leading up to the Super Bowl last night. I thought, we had some good black excellence. Now, let's be real with what else we have. All right, we have. Man, I'm trying to be careful. Because, all right, let me say this. This in no way is meant to be racist. This in no way is meant to be belligerent, disrespectful, no puns intended, none of that stuff. But I'm just going to call it like I see it, all right? When I was on X last night, when I was on Twitter, there was a big amount of people that were not happy with seeing so much black. They did not like seeing just so much black. Blacks were included in everything. And then one of the main things I saw that alarmed me actually was when somebody said there was not a single white person a part of the halftime show. That's what was said. And I was just like, dang. There's not a single black person that owns an NFL football team. There's not a single black person that owns an NBA team. There's not a, all right, I'm not going to say single. There's not many black CEOs in America. I could go on. I'm not going to stay on that. I don't want to get on a rant or a tangent. I could stay on that, but I have a level of concern that this country has been fully divided. And I will dare to say this country has never fully desegregated. This country has never fully assimilated the dark-skinned people and the light-skinned people and the non-melanated people. We have not fully assimilated. It is not a real melting pot, all right? And certain cultures are still not accepted as a norm. Even though other races bleed, they bleed our culture, meaning they take from our culture and add it to their culture, our culture is still not fully accepted. The one place to showcase our culture was New Orleans. All right? And for those of y'all that wanted a New Orleans rapper, I wanted a New Orleans rapper. But at the end of the day, Kendrick did his dang thing. No shade. Kendrick lit that mug up. It was perfect. All right? He performed so many songs. He dipped back into the past of his catalog a little bit. All right, but he kept most of it fresh and new. And the visuals were a movie. It was spectacular. I think he did a fantastic job. And I also think he did a fantastic job of staying black. Too many times we're put on a stage and we blend other cultures with our own. Kendrick stayed black. And I like that. And there's no shame in saying that. And that's no disrespect to the other cultures. If Carrie Underwood does a Super Bowl halftime show, she's staying white. All right, if Taylor Swift does a Super Bowl halftime show, she might mix in a little bit of, she's a pop artist, so she gonna mix in some of our culture. But ultimately, white people are gonna accept it because she's white. I slept on it. Hindsight being 2020, I'm glad things happened the way they did because we've exposed even further that there are people in this country that still don't like us and they not like us. And I'm keeping it a buck. Now, like I said, I have a slight concern, man, because you just don't know what's going to happen next. And being fair, all right, I don't know, if the division is already, because of the political system, the division is already at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling people on my channel, don't pick the Democrats or the Republicans, man. Stay in the middle and just pick what's right. Just pick what is right, pick what fits you, and be willing to watch. Just be willing to sit in the middle and watch. Just be willing to just step out of the boundaries of the game and watch these people operate in the game and let them fail. Let them succeed and let them fail. All right? And take what you can put on your plate and add it to you. And that's what I'm doing. I don't trust Trump. I didn't trust Biden. I wouldn't have trusted Harris. Didn't trust Obama. Didn't trust Bush. All right? Didn't even know there was a Jimmy Carter when he was the president, when I was barely alive, when I was a toddler. Didn't even know about him. All right, but I bet I didn't trust him back then either. I wouldn't have trusted him. Wouldn't have trusted Nixon. Wouldn't have trusted Reagan. Didn't care back then. But now that I care, I don't trust these people because they're not for us here at the bottom. And those of us at the bottom, we're all races down here. Black, white, Mexican, Native American, we all down here not having no power and letting these people just do what the hell they want to do. And we got the nerve to be mad when a certain side goes and does some stuff. I'm not the one that put Elon Musk in that mug. I agree that Elon probably shouldn't be the one that's going in here finding, money problems and stuff. But hell, Elon Musk was able to save money when he bought Twitter. All right. And one of the things he did was downsize big time. And that makes sense to me. So, I mean, I'm not siding with Trump and Elon. I'm just going with what is rational and logical. All right. And what will, in theory and on paper, help me. All right. The Super Bowl, it was black excellence. All right. And culturally, I think it held a standard that put it in a class of its own. All right. And what better place to do that than New Orleans? I've been to New Orleans. All right. I wasn't a fan of the French Quarter. I'm going to just be honest. But I understand the history. I understand the uniqueness of the French Quarter. But the rest of the city, man, I love the rest of the city, especially the food and stuff. And I don't eat pork, but I was able to find places, all right, where there wasn't pork in the food and stuff. Man, I'm very culturally sound and diverse city. You know what I'm saying? Saw people. Look, I've been to Atlanta too. I've been to Dallas. I've been a lot of places that are culturally diverse. New Orleans by far. I've seen more races of people and more different looking people, more unique people than I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic city. You know what I'm saying? And me and my wife plan to go back because we like that food down there. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, at the end of the day, I thought the Super Bowl was a success. And I have to say this. It was more of a success for black people than it was for any other race. All right. But white people that are disappointed. All right. Listen, do not take my words wrong. Please listen to me. All right. It's Black History Month. And we at least let us have the Super Bowl halftime show. Be reasonable. Now, come on. You're on Twitter making all kind of closet racist statements. Like I was concerned, man. So I'm just, think about the Asians and the Hispanics. They've never had a Super Bowl halftime show. You don't hear them. Well, I'm probably in some circles. There are some, and eventually it will get to where the Asians get a halftime show and the Hispanics get a halftime show. And rightfully so. All right. As they continue to expand in this country. If they get to continue to expand in this country. It's so just up in the air right now. It's just up. It's wild right now. All right. But ultimately, I want to end this video by saying, look, don't do nothing stupid. Stay peaceful. All right. We got to be open to others. All right. Me, I consider myself at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at the top. So I don't have any power of say so. I have a little bit of power of influence, and that's what I use my channel to do, to influence people to think a little bit differently. And a lot of people don't agree with me, and I'm cool with that. Because I know that we all is not going to see things the same way. It's going to be people that don't like the way I just said that. They don't like the way I say that with a DAT. They don't like the way that I don't look directly into the camera all the time. Don't look directly into the lens. It's people that's going to nitpick, and it's always going to be people that's different and have they want things the way that they want them, whether they're rational or illogical. And I'm good with that. I like to know who those people are so I can keep my distance, and I can know who kikiing and cacaing in my face, and I can know how to match energy. And that's what y'all got to do. You got to learn to match energy, and you got to learn to move reserved and intelligent at all times. All right. That's what this video is. All right. Hindsight being 2020, watching the Super Bowl last night, it was black excellence, and I'm recognizing that everybody don't like it and everybody don't accept it, but it is what it is because they call America a melting pot. All right. And blacks last night got to stand up and share in the different cultures that we've developed over the hundreds of years that we have been building this country. And yes, I mean that we have been building this country. All right. So with all that being said, thank you guys for stopping by the channel. I usually don't try to go this long. Usually my videos, I try to keep them around 8 or 10 minutes, but I needed to get that off my chest because I just feel like some people are gonna latch on to last night and hold on to this racial divide. And I'm not opposed to blacks being reserved and blacks being supportive of other blacks, because the other races do it. Whites support whites all the time. Asians support Asians, and the Hispanics support the Hispanics, and all the other cultures, the Cubans, they all support each other. So there's nothing wrong with me saying I support what happened yesterday during the Super Bowl. All right. Like I said, it's your boy, Rob the Joke, and I appreciate you for stopping by the channel. Please consider subscribing for more content. My content is going to get better as we keep going along. I like sharing my ideas. I like sharing my my standards and my knowledge and my creativity. You know what I'm saying? I like sharing my thoughts with you guys. I like sharing my advice, and I like sharing my opinions. All right. And I know every single one of y'all is not going to rock with me. That's cool. All right. Keep doing you though. Make sure that you're being logical though when you get in here talking noise, or I'm gonna match your energy down there. All right. If you an idiot, I'm gonna be an idiot with you. If you a clown, I'm gonna be a clown with you. If you're intelligent, I'm gonna acknowledge that. If you're passionate, if I recognize you're being passionate but not disrespectful, I'm gonna acknowledge that. And I'm gonna thank you for your comment when you do that. And so please hit that like button for me. Get your boy in the algorithm. Give your boy the HBO special. Help a brother out. All right. And until next video, I mean this when I say this. You guys stay clean and stay safe. Peace.